So, to blast off is, pretty unfortunate. Almost every single episode of the Pokemon anime, I quote, "Looks like Team Rocket's blasting off again! Wobbuffet!" Rest in pepperonis, Team Rocket. But yeah, Team Rocket may get their butts kicked a lot, but along the way, they have definitely encountered some pretty decent Pokemon to add to their belts. That's why today, we're going to be counting down Team Rocket's top 5 strongest Pokemon. In this list though, I'm not going to be doing anything statistical based on wins and losses because there are just way too many losses for Team Rocket to count, and I'm just going to count whatever Pokemon I feel are strong based on what I have seen and the power each one of these Pokemon can dish out on the battlefield. Also note that some of these Pokemon may be Pokemon that Team Rocket currently does not own. One more thing, Bewear does not belong to them, it does not count. But anyways, without any further ado, let's blast off again for the gazillionth time. So James doesn't have very many powerful Pokemon to pick from compared to Jesse. You could argue some of his Pokemon, but I don't feel they're enough to be part of this top 5 list. And I could have called this top 5 Pokemon owned by Jesse, but Jesse's Pokemon tend to obey James and they are a team, so technically he kind of owns them too. Marini is powerful, but I feel it hasn't had enough screen time for us to really know. So I'm going to mention this Pokemon briefly. James owned a Magikarp for an episode. It evolved into Gyarados and practically destroyed everything in its path. Just everyone practically died. Misty had the center Pokemon, she Ash and then blasted off with Team Rocket, Pokemon talked, and just a bunch of really weird stuff happened that episode. I think the creators were on something, but yeah, anyways. And with that Gyarados and its Gyarados buddies, we're just gonna put this giant sea monster at the number 5 slot for comedic reasoning. Just please don't steal me in the comments, I beg of you. Jessalina, Jessali, Jessabella, Jessadiah? I do not know which one is she? Who even cares anymore? Doesn't matter anyways. In Hoenn, Jessie was inspired to do Pokemon contests, and she gave them a shot. Though Dustox doesn't exactly have a reputation for winning a lot of regular battles, she actually did pretty good in contest format when it came to showing off her moves, even though she did lose in the battling rounds until Sinnoh, where she actually won her first contest at Solaceon Town, thus giving Jessie her first official contest ribbon. Jessie captured Dustox as a Wurmple in the early Hoenn series and actually wanted a Beautifly. After raising it for a while and consistently feeding it, it eventually evolved into Cascoon, and then later into Dustox. Jessie was a little disappointed at first, but then grew to love Dustox, and I mean, who wouldn't? It's completely adorable. Unfortunately though, she released her Dustox to live its love life. Jessie once again has caught a pretty powerful Pokemon, being her Yanma, which became a Yanmega in literally the same exact episode she captured it. She obtained this Yanma by successfully stealing it and sending it to Giovanni. But after analyzing the Yanma, Giovanni decided it was too weak and sent it back. Little did they know, Yanma already had ancient power, and it very soon evolved into Yanmega and quickly replaced Seviper as her main battler and main contest Pokemon. Jessie's Yanmega was so strong it managed to destroy Pikachu's Thunderbolt with its sonic boom. And another thing that made this Yanmega so powerful was its ability Speed Boost, which made it a formidable foe. Jessie used Yanmega plenty in contests too, and it did fairly well for her, most notably in the Sinnoh Grand Festival where she made it to the semi-finals. Sadly, this Yanmega is now at Team Rocket headquarters, as she was left when Jessie and James were sent to Unova. Since Yanmega isn't a native Pokemon, it would look suspicious. Hopefully we get to see more from our favorite Dragonfly, but for now, it's waiting for its time to shine again.
Whoa, hold on there a sec, bud. Since you are talking about Team Rocket's strongest Pokemon, don't think you could just leave me, Wobbuffet, off this list now, but seriously, as someone who loves Wobbuffet a lot, it should be best known that Wobbuffet has been one of Team Rocket's strongest Pokemon since the original series, alongside Jessie and James's Arbok and Weezing. Now this lovable blue blob may not seem like much, but this guy has come through in a lot of situations. For example, whenever a Pokemon like Pikachu would use a Thunderbolt attack against it, Wobbuffet would simply reflect it with a counter or Mirror Coat attack with double the damage. Not to mention in the Pokemon movie, Hoopa and the Clash of Ages, it even deflected a Shadow Ball from a Giratina. Like what? Even though it's a very powerful Pokemon, it usually doesn't battle unless Jessie commands it to. Other than that, this guy is just here to entertain us as a Pokemon we all know and love.
One of Team Rocket's most recent Pokemon is also their most powerful. It may look like Pikachu, but it's so far from it. Team Rocket's Mimikyu is safe to say a pretty strong foe, from its first encounter where it almost knocked me out flat out because he decided to take a peek of what's under Mimikyu's cloth. And Mimikyu actually beating Pikachu in a 1v1 battle. Team Rocket actually beat Ash 100% with Mimikyu, and a little help from James's Marini, but they beat Ash's Pikachu and Rowlet, something they never have been able to do before, simply showing how big of a threat Mimikyu is in the hands of Team Rocket. And that's why I personally believe that Mimikyu is Team Rocket's strongest Pokemon. Well, those were Team Rocket's most powerful Pokemon in my opinion. I know that James's Pokemon really weren't on this list, but I really couldn't find any of his Pokemon that could be genuinely powerful enough to be compared to Jessie's. She just catches better Pokemon than he does. Also, check out my boy Tony. He likes Wobbuffet and you guys should too. He makes great Pokemon Let's Plays and Top 5 videos. If you enjoyed the video, why not leave a like and subscribe to my channel with notifications on, that way you never miss an upload. If you want to support me further, consider following my Twitch where I stream a lot of Pokemon content and Nintendo content, whole bunch of really cool stuff. Want to support me further gain cool perks? Check out my Patreon. Fly Jubilee, Daniel Leone, Lady Crimson, Pal491, The Lazy Leo, Matthew Young, Awesome Lego, and Jarrett Weeze Austin did, and I wanted to thank them personally for going above and beyond. It means the world to me. I think I'm gonna wrap this up though. I'm Mystic Umbreon and I will see you in the future for more awesome Pokemon content.